Hey everyone, I am back with your Horoscopes reading for the week of August 21st to 27th using the Ibis Tarot and also using the Crystal Mandela Oracle. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that these are the two decks I'm using for daily draws, so go follow me there if you want a daily draw. Yes, so let's get started. I have pre-shuffled already. If you would like to get a personalized reading from me, you can go to links below and go to my Etsy shop and check it out, or check out my website. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so Aries, we have the Six of Cups. So this week's Aries is going to be a time of celebration for you, a time of nostalgia. You might be looking back at the past, especially because Mercury's in retrograde. It's a good time to look back at the past. Look at the things that you loved when you were younger, when you were a kid. You might even run into some old friends this week. So it's going to be a very nostalgic kind of week for you, Aries. For Taurus, we have the Balance and the Sword, 8, Justice. So decisions decisions are going to be important for you this week, Taurus. You have to make very balanced, measured decisions. This is not really a time to just go with the impulse of your heart. This is a time to stand back and look at it and assess what's good for everyone. This is also a really strong indication that if you are in any kind of legal sort of either dispute or looking to sign legal papers, this is a good time. Do remember that Mercury's in retrograde though, so if you do have paperwork, look carefully at it. Make sure all your loose ends are tied up. Gemini, we have Judgment this week. You're going to get called. You're going to feel the call to do something this week. It's not really a time for action though with Mercury in retrograde, especially for you, Gemini, because Mercury does affect you a lot. But you're going to know what your action is, your next action, what you need to do. You're going to feel a call. You're going to feel compelled. You're just going to know something. So this is a big week for you. For Cancer, we have, I hate that they call the pages slaves. It just, somebody pointed out, they wrote, does that mean the Hebrews? And I was like, oh, that's not cool. And I was like, I think these are Egyptians, but that's still not cool. So I'm just going to say page. I'm really not comfortable with that. I don't know. It just so does not sit right with me at all. I know this is like styled after 19th century decks, which had very strong like Egyptian themes to them, but it just doesn't sit right with me. So Page of Cups. Page of Cups for you, Cancer. This is not, again, a week of action. This is a week to look within and a week to take care of yourself, a week to really listen to your sensitive side and to listen to your intuition. And especially if you're nurturing something new, like a new artistic project, any kind of new project you're working on, or a new romance, this is a time to kind of shelter it and care for it. Not to go around talking to everybody about it, but just shelter it, take care of it, see where it goes. That's what this week is about. Leo, we have the Ace of Swords. So we're taking on some new challenges this week. And we're also standing up for things. I say we because I'm a Leo. So Leos, this is a time to stand up and to be counted. This is a time to state your truth, even if it's challenging, even if other people don't always agree with you. It's not about picking fights. It's just about standing up for what you believe to be right. For Virgo, we have the Four of Scepters. Virgo, this is a week that's going to be very pleasant. There's going to be lots of things to celebrate, especially if you're early in Virgo. You know, if you have a birthday this week, that's really great and awesome, something to celebrate. It's going to be a week of just harmony, relaxation, nothing big. If you're going to a wedding or any big celebration, it's going to go really well for you. For Libra, we have Page of Scepters. I'm going to cover up that word because I hate it. Slave. Page of Scepters. You're going to have a message come to you, Libra, through a friend. So pay attention to messages your friends are sending you. Somebody may tell you about an offer or an event or some kind of opportunity, but there are opportunities coming to you this week. It's also a really good time for you to work on creative projects. But unlike Page of Cups, where like with Cancer, where you have to really protect it, watch over it, this is one where you're going to be taking a little bit of action in the world. You can tell others about it. You're going to get friends' support for it. So a lot more fiery energy around it. For Scorpio, we have the Three of Swords. So Scorpio, some kind of disappointment might come up this week, some kind of loss. And you know, no one likes to hear that, but sometimes we need to let those things go and to grieve the losses that we have in our lives. And it may even be a past loss where something comes up that triggers us, especially with the eclipse going on, that often triggers things in our subconscious where you're feeling that sense of loss. And it's okay to grieve because grieving is cleansing. For Sagittarius, we have the Four of Pentacles. It's going to be a busy week for you. There's going to be a lot on your plate, but you're handling it. And you're going to feel very much in control of things. Sagittarius, you're not always comfortable with kind of routine and order, but this week looks like it's something where it's actually kind of stabilizing you and making you feel like things are okay. For Capricorn, we have the Four of Swords, another four, a time of rest for you, Capricorn. Don't make any big moves. Take care of yourself. I know you like to work and to go, and you're always planning things, but this is a week to step back and take a rest, because if you don't, you might get a little bit sick. So it's saying, you know, take care of yourself this week. For Aquarius, we have, oh, another one. I hate this. Okay, Page of Swords. I'm covering up that word. I hate that word. Page of Swords. So this is a time to question things, Aquarius. You know, not necessarily, I would say, stir the pot so much as questioning things in a respectful way, but it's a time where you're kind of like, well, why is this way and why is this that way? And, you know, you may find yourself being a bit of a troublemaker, so don't get in fights on Facebook or anything like that. Just, you know, it's a good time to question things, but not necessarily to, like, you know, poke the tiger, so to speak, this week. And Pisces, we have the Eight of Cups. So Pisces, for you, this is a week of looking at what doesn't serve you and making a change and walking away. So you're really thinking about what no longer works for you. There might be a relationship that doesn't work, a friendship, job. There's something that's not working for you, and you need to let it go and walk away. So, you know, that involves sometimes a little bit of grieving, a little bit of realization, and then you got to kind of let that thing go. So that's Pisces this week. So kind of an up and down week for a lot of people. And I know right now we have a lot of strange kind of eclipse energy going on. We got the whole Mercury retrograde. There's like lots of, you know, energies like that going on, which kind of makes things a bit funny. But it is a week to kind of, for a lot of people, to step back and really think about things. I pulled from the Crystal Mandala Oracle. And this card's been coming up a lot in my client readings, which is empowered service and rhodonite. So rhodonite's a very, it's a pink stone. It's a very loving stone. And this card is all about how are we serving others? What are we giving back? So sometimes when we feel lost, we have to think, well, what can I do for others? And that helps us find ourselves. So even if you are having a challenging week this week, we have to look like, how is this serving others? Is this serving the big picture? And you know, sometimes that does mean setting boundaries. Sometimes that does mean standing up for things. Sometimes that does mean grieving things in order for us to move on and be the most loving we can be to ourselves and to others. So that's what I'm seeing for this week. I'm going to record next the astrology report for the week. So if you want to check that out, you can check out my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful week, all of you. If you lived somewhere where you could see the eclipse, I hope that you went out and took a look, not with your bare eyes. But either way, I hope you all have a wonderful week.